Titans won a unforgettable, great, close game, 22-21, defeating the Chiefs in Kansas City, and a wild card game. My game prediction was mostly for this wild card game was mostly right. I predicted that the Titans would win a great close game, 24-23. Mariota would throw for 2 touchdown passes, and Henry would run for 1 touchdown. Henry did run for 1 touchdown, and Mariota did throw for 2 touchdowns. The Titans did win a great close game, 22-21. So score wasn't right, but I was still in the ballpark. And I got it right as far as who won the game and by what margin of victory. And both teams having points in the 20s. So mostly, I'm astounded that my prediction for this game was mostly right, along with how exactly the Titans won this unforgettable, great, close game. A ESPN Classic. Starting with the cons. Most of the first half are the cons for the Titans because they weren't defending anything. They gave up 3 touchdowns, and the only touchdown they were even close to defending was the third one, where a Titan defender was able to had the opportunity to tackle a Chief, but he missed a tackle, and the Chief was able to easily run in for a touchdown. Also, there were turnovers. Mariota threw a interception, and it seemed mostly obvious that it wasn't the best place to throw, mainly because there were multiple Chiefs defenders in the area. But he did, and Marcus Peters was easily able to intercept that ball and return it more than 5 yards, so that prevented the Titans from scoring any points on that drive, and what looked like maybe they were possibly going to score either, highly possible, a touchdown, and also there was a fumble by Jackson, and the Chiefs were able to easily recover, and the Chiefs recover after Jackson fumbles on a punt return. Chiefs were able to easily recover, and if I recall right, able to take advantage by scoring a point touchdown off of that turnover. So even though even though the Titans defense wasn't able to defend on that, you can blame it more on Titans special teams, because if that fumble doesn't happen and the Titans defense isn't put in the hard position of having to defend a short field. And there's also a false start by Delaney Walker, which pushed the Titans out of being on the goal line, and Mariota also got sacked, so the Titans had to, instead of being able to score a touchdown, they had to settle for field goal, and at halftime the Titans were losing 21-3. And then there's the pros, which is the entire second half. The Titans started the second half with Mariota did have a, you could say, was a terrible first half, but then he had a great or terrific second half, because here with the pros, Mariota had a great or terrific second half because he led the Titans down the field, and he threw for the first drive of the second half, and he threw a pass. It was knocked back by Chiefs defender Revis, and Mariota was able to fastly react, catch the ball, and jump in the end zone. The Titans scored their first touchdown and kicked the extra point, decreased the lead to 21-10. The Chiefs were able to move the ball, except they had to settle for a field goal, and that field goal was missed because it hit the field goal post. So that was a luck. Those were 2 lucky breaks for the Titans that they benefited from, with the deflected pass that Mariota was able to score that touchdown, able to catch and then jump in the end zone to score a touchdown, along with that Missed field goal by the Chiefs, 2 lucky breaks for the Titans that benefited them, and then Titans did again move the ball, including Henry. He ran for a touchdown which was over 25 yards. So it was a long run for him to score a touchdown. Along with he was productive in the first half because he ran for over 40 yards, but then he was great in the second half because he ran for over 79 yards. He had a terrific game, and most of that happening in the second half when the Titans needed it the most. So that lead decreases the lead to 21-16. The Titans aren't able to score the 2-point conversion, but it's now a narrow lead. Now a narrow lead for the Chiefs, and they're not able to increase that lead at all, score points. Titans are able to again move the ball, and Mariota throws a touchdown pass to Decker, and he doesn't easily catches it. And so it gives the Titans the lead. Again, they're not able to score on the 2-point conversion, but they still have the lead, and Titans defense was a bend but don't break because they were able to defend, including when needed most in the second half. And because the Chiefs, they weren't able to, when they're Alex Smith saw no guys open, so he was running to get a first down. The Titans defense was easily able to tackle him, and then on a fourth down, the Chiefs had to Smith threw the pass, and the Titans defenders in the area were easily able to. Titan defender was easily able to knock the ball away to prevent the Chiefs from catching the ball. So the Titans held on fourth down, and multiple times Henry ran for a first down, including the last one being one given to him, and Mariota blocks, which gives Henry a high amount of open space, and he's able to run more than 12 yards and get the first down. Titans are able to take knees, and they win a ESPN Classic game, a unforgettable, great close game, 22-21, and it's damn impressive. It was a great, valiant, impressive comeback win for the Titans, including Mariota, because he had a terrible or awful first half, including with that interception, but then he proved valiant, resilient, and great because in the second half he was able to throw for 2 touchdown passes and also lead the Titans again down the field. So Henry was able to easily score that able to run for a touchdown, along with Henry running for multiple first downs, including with Mariota blocking, so he can get that last first down, so the Titans could take a knee. So it's an impressive, valiant, great playoffs debut for Mariota because he led the Titans. Titans were losing 21-3 at halftime to the Chiefs in Kansas City, and he was able to lead the Titans to a 22-21 comeback. The Titans outscoring the Chiefs in the second half 19-0, and that's hard to do in the NFL, and then extremely challenging to do in the NFL, but mainly in the NFL when you're on the road and it's also the playoffs, because he had 0 NFL playoff experience. This was his first game, so it's a unforgettable, impressive, great debut for Mariota in his first NFL playoffs game for the Titans. Henry proved that he should be the starter because he did have over, even the first half he did run for over 35 yards, and then in the second half he ran for over 80 over 70 over 78 yards. He had a terrific game. If I recall right. I know he ran for over 145 yards, so he had a terrific game, and a high amount of those yards coming in the second half when the Titans needed it the most. So Henry proved he should be the starter. Multiple times showed off his speed, including for the touchdown, including running for the first downs. And so it's terrific that the Titans could not only return to the playoffs in this same season that they returned to the playoffs. They win a playoffs game, and this was their first playoffs win for the first time since 2003. Mariota is currently 1-0 in his NFL playoffs career, and also he's also currently 2-0 versus the Kansas City Chiefs, which is impressive, and both of those wins are in Arrowhead Stadium. And since the Jaguars did defeat the Bills, the Titans, instead of traveling to Pittsburgh to have a rematch with the Steelers in Pittsburgh, they're going to have to travel to frigid Foxborough to play the Juggernaut number 1 seed, a great team, the New England Patriots in frigid Foxborough. I know I got no doubt at all that, without a doubt that the Patriots are going to win that game, mainly because they are a great team. It's in Foxborough, and that's one of the hardest places to win in the NFL when you're playing the Pats, Belichick, and Brady in the playoffs. And so won't be surprised if the Titans are most likely to lose the game, but still optimistic that the Titans could keep it a decent, watchable, close game, which they can do with Mariota running for first downs when needed, along with Henry having a great game, running for over 110 yards. Titans winning time of possession, so keeping Brady and the Pats' formidable offense off the field. Best defense is a good offense. If the Titans are able to win time of possession, which mostly they would be able to do with Mariota running for first downs when needed, and also Henry having a great game, running for over 110 yards, then the Titans that's likely to be a decent close game, and the Titans are able to keep it a decent close game for all 4 quarters. It's in the realm of possibility, or it's a possibility that the Titans would be able to win the game, mainly because they're defending Brady less, and if they play a clean game for special teams and offense of protecting the ball. So won't be surprised if the most likely result happens of the Patriots winning, but still optimistic the Titans can make it a close, watchable game, and wouldn't be surprised if the Titans won, mainly because they currently have momentum. They could win time. They have a plausible way of defeating the Pats by moving the ball, with Henry having a great game, running for over 100 yards, Mariota running when needed. Also, the Titans winning time of possession, scoring points for both the first and second half and having to defend Brady less because they're winning time of possession. So most likely the Pats are going to win, but like I said, if the Titans win, I wouldn't be shocked, mainly because the Titans have a plausible way to keep it a close game and in that same plausible way of defeating the Patriots if they're winning time of possession and they're protecting the ball for both their offense and special teams, along with scoring points in both the first half and the second half, which no doubt they're going to need to do because they're playing Brady and the Patriots. So I can't wait to watch that divisional game, which is going to be in Frigid Foxborough, which is on a Saturday night.